Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Utapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sakrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Swavadudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Kopesha Kopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanjana Gaurami Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanostute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanjakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhayeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Thank you very much, Sachin Prabhu. Beautiful, beautiful Mangacharana. Today we are at Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, Chapter 7, verse 21, by Her Grace Radhika Kasturi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna everyone. Please
Hare
kindly accept my
Krishna.
references. O God, Srila Prabhupada. So do you know which verse we are reading today, please?
Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, verse 21.
21?
It's 21.
21. Okay, let me check that.
We've already done the Mangacharana.
Yes, please go ahead. You want to do?
Yes?
Go ahead, please. Thank you.
We've already done the Mangacharana with Ashwin.
Is Ashwin there? Okay, can you start the Mangacharana, please?
Mataji, we've already done the Mangalacharana. We've already done the Mangalacharana.
Oh, you already done it. Sorry. Okay, so can we start reading then until Mataji joins? Yes?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are doing Canto 2, Chapter 7, Text 21. Okay. Dhanvantarischa Bhagavan Swayam Eva Kirtir Namna Nirinam Pururujam Ruja Ashuhanti Yagne Cha Bhagam Amritayur Ava Varundha Ayushya Vedam Anusasti Avatirya Loke. So we will say the word-to-word translation also so that we can understand what is being told. Dhanvantari, the incarnation of God named Dhanvantari. Cha and Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Swayam Eva, personally himself. Kirti, fame personified. Namna, by the name. Nrinam, Puru, Rujam, of the diseased living entities. Rujaha, diseases. Ashu, very soon. Hanti, cues. Yagne, in the sacrifice. Cha, also. Bhagam, share. Amrita, nectar. Ayuhu, duration of life. Ava, from. Avaruddhe, obtains. Ayushya, of duration of life. Vedam, knowledge. Anushasti, directs. Avatirya, incarnating. Loke, in the universe. Right? So Mataji has joined, I think. I'll just read the translation and Mataji will take over. Okay? The Lord in his incarnation of Dhanvantari very quickly cures the diseases of the ever-diseased living entities simply by his fame personified, and only because of him do the demigods achieve long life. Thus, the personality of Godhead becomes ever glorified. He also exacted a share from the sacrifices, and it is he only who inaugurated the medical science of the knowledge of medicine in the universe. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Radhika Mataji, you are here, so over to you now.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, Mataji, for reading the purport and enlightening us with that purport and the translation and the verse. 1 minute, dear devotees, 1 minute.
So I think I can read the purport until Mataji is settled. Okay.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. As stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, everything emanates from the ultimate source of the personality of Godhead. It is therefore understood in this verse that medical science or knowledge in the medicine was also inaugurated by the personality of Godhead in his incarnation Dhanvantari. And thus the knowledge is recorded in the Vedas. The Vedas are the source of all knowledge, and thus knowledge in medical science is also there for the perfect cure of the diseases of living entities. The embodied living entity is diseased by the very construction of his body. The body is a symbol of diseases. The disease may differ from one variety to another. The disease must be there just as there is birth and death for everyone. So, by the grace of the personality of Godhead, not only are diseases of the body and mind cured, but also the soul is relieved of the constant repetition of birth and death. The name of the Lord is also called Bhavausadi, or the source of curing the disease of material existence. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Over to you now.
Hare Krishna. Sure. Let me just do my prayers and we can get started with today's verse. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashai Tadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Shrunuvata Swagata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Kritayan Tato Hi Abhadrani Vidunoti Sugrit Satam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So as you all know, at least in the US, today is Narsingha Chaturdasi. So I'm thinking, if you're all okay, we can discuss the purport of this verse and then we can talk about our Acharya's commentary from the pastimes of Lord Narsingh Dev, if everybody is okay. Kindly let me know your thoughts, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna Mataji, that would be nice. Here we are celebrating tomorrow. So yes, I will have 2 days. Thank you. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, as you all know, dear devotees, we have seen the Leela, we have seen the various incarnations of the Lord, right from Varaha, and then Kapila, Dattatreya, the 4 Kumaras, Naranarayana, Rishnikarbha, Prithu, then Rishabhadev. After that, you happen to see about Hayagriva, Makshaya, Kurma, Narshingadeva, then Hari, who is the Gajendra, and then the Vamana, then Hamsa Avatara, Manvantara Avatara. That was something you saw last class. And today we are seeing about Dhanvantari. And in the tomorrow's class, you'll be talking about Parshuram, Ramachandra, Krishna, Vyasadev, Buddha, Kalki, and then after that, it will be the Gunavataras. Okay, so this is what you will be doing to your devotees with regards to the future classes as well. And as you all know, as we read through the purport, Dhanvantari, what does he do? He cures the living entity's disease simply by his fame, and he causes long life for the demigods. He is the cause of the long life for the demigods. And he inaugurated the medical science, Ayurveda, in this universe. So this is what Dhanvantari is. And again, dear devotees, it's always said the modern medical principles that we have now, it has to align to Ayurveda. If it doesn't align to Ayurveda, then obviously the root cause of the problem is not solved. So that is something to keep in mind when we take modern treatments. And again, with regards to Ayurveda, people, there must be that trust, right? Whenever you take up a medicine that you think you're going to get cured by it, you have to have faith in it. And I think because of the modern medicine these days, we have lost faith in Ayurveda. But again, time and again, we have to understand that is what the modern medicine also needs to align by. Many of the researchers today may say, oh, you know what, lot of research has been done to the modern science, but when it comes to Ayurveda, not much research. No, it's not like that. Ayurveda is actually proven science. Practically, it is being shown that it is going to be effective, and obviously, the root cause of the problem gets resolved with Ayurveda and its natural herbs and things like that. I think slowly we have to start embracing that into our life, and definitely that would promote a very healthy life, a good healthy body with which we can actually pursue our Krishna consciousness. Now a little bit about Dhanvantari, and maybe we can see what Srila Prabhupada has said. So the Lord, in his incarnation as Dhanvantari, very quickly cures the diseases of ever deceased living entities simply by his fame personified. And only because of him do the demigods achieve long lives. Personality of Godhead becomes ever glorified. He has exacted a share of from the sacrifices, and he is the one who inaugurated the medical science or the knowledge of medicine in this universe. That's what Dhanvantari is. When you look at 6th canto, 8th chapter, 18th verse, it is said, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his incarnation as Dhanvantari, relieved me from undesirable eatables and protect me from physical illness. May Lord Rishabdev, who conquered the inner and outer senses, protect me from the fear by the duality of heat and cold. May Yajna protect me from defamation and harm from the populace. And may Lord Balaram as sage protect me from envious serpents. Again, dear devotees, see, if the incarnations can do so much, we always have to relate it. Who's the cause of all causes, right? It's not like, from a Krishna conscious perspective, it is Krishna who's the cause of all causes, right? We could again see how do we worship Shiva. Shiva is in the mood of Vaishnavanam Yatashambhu. So when we worship Shiva, we do not think him as the Supreme Lord. Again, when we worship Dhanvantari, we don't think him as the Supreme Lord. We know who's the Lord of all Lords. And again, we can ask Krishna anything we want. Even if you want a long life, a healthy body, that's what first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us. Anything you want, just ask Krishna. It doesn't matter. Akama, Sarva Kama, Moksha Kama. Anything. So when it comes to Krishna, you can ask him anything. Again, we are trying to understand these avatars so we can appreciate Krishna more and more and more because he is the cause of all causes. Through these pastimes, we are able to understand, yes, Narsimhadev has this kind of mood with Prahlad. We have Ramchandra who has this kind of mood, who's a king, and he's Maryad Purushottama. All these is helping us to appreciate Krishna more and more because they are all coming from him. Okay, dear devotees, that should be understood. And in 9th canto, 17th chapter, 4th verse, it is said, so all times we should remember Lord Dhanvantari to become free from disease. Yet at the same time, we must remember that death is inevitable as long as we have this material body. And Krishna will always do the best for us. Krishna will always do the best for us. Dear devotees, we cannot forget this fact. So there has been so many stories of Krishna, how during critical times, say for example, I've heard the story recently from one of the lectures where there was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada who was serving Krishna all the time. But then some surgery had happened to him in the neck, because of which he lost consciousness. So he came to a stage where he was not able to remember Krishna. And he used to be so fond of pictures and deities. And one of the days, I think his son or some relatives or friends brought him some picture of Krishna. He was in an unconscious state, right? But even then, during his last moment, he saw one of the pictures that was brought to him by either his family members or friends. At that time, there was a teardrop that came from his eyes, after which he left the body. Even if we are not able to remember Krishna, Krishna helps us to remember him at the time of death also. It's proven again and again. How much you have remembered Krishna throughout your life, to that extent you will remember Krishna at the time of death. There is no doubt. There is no logical analysis that needs to be done to the statement. It's just that we have to keep endeavoring, dear devotees. We have to constantly keep endeavoring. I see so many devotees here. You've all been consistently coming to the classes. I really amaze myself. How through yourself you want to learn Bhagavatam. So Krishna will make that happen. He will reveal that knowledge to you for sure, because you have that eagerness in you. This will just happen automatically because you're endeavoring. And then in the 9th canto again, may the Lord, due to his illusory energy, all living beings in this material world who have forgotten the real constitution portion, and out of ignorance, they are always desirable of material happiness in the form of society, friendship, and love. Therefore, please do not ask me to take some material benefits from you, but as a father, not waiting for the son's demand, does everything for the benefit of the son. Please bestow me whatever works best for you. So, dear devotees, this is the prayer, right? Now, there is just a beautiful thing that is being quoted with regards to chanting at the time of death from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so Lord Chaitanya, we all know, we all know he gave Mahamantra to us. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur advises, either you stay at home as a householder or stay in the forest as a renounced order of life. It does not make a difference. But you have to chant Mahamantra, Hare Krishna. Always chant this mantra. Do not forget this mantra either in distress or in happiness. So far chanting is concerned, um, there cannot be any check. In whatever condition I may be, I can go on chanting the Mahamantra. That is what's the speciality. Bhakti Vinod Thakur again brings up this point. Never mind, you're in distress or in happiness, but you go on chanting this Mahamantra. You'll be entrapped by the network of illusory energy. Just like a fisherman catches from the sea all kinds of creatures within his net. Similarly, we are also in the net of this illusionary energy, and because of this, we have no freedom. Therefore, all the activities that we are doing, everything is useless. The action in freedom has got to have some meaning, but we are not free. When we are in the clutches of Maya, when we are in the network of Maya, there is no so-called freedom has no value. Therefore, whatever we are doing is simply defeat. Without knowing our constitutional position as an external servant of Krishna, if you're doing something by the pressure of illusionary energy, it's just useless waste of time. Therefore, Bhakti Vinod Thakura, he says, now you've got the full consciousness in this human form of life, so you just chant Hare Krishna. There is no loss, but you have a great profit. And gradually, everyone is on the verge of death. Nobody can say, yes, I prayed to Lord Dhanvantari, I have got long life. Long life means he could have an extended period of life. But what about death? It's inevitable. Nobody can say, oh, I shall remain like this for 100 more years to come. No, at any moment we can die. Therefore, our Acharya Bhakti Vinod Thakura, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura, he says, please be enchanted in the mellow of chanting the transcendental name of the Lord. Dive yourself within this ocean. This is my request. And he says, whoever at the end of the life quits his body, remembering me alone, of course, we know this from Bhagavad Gita. Anybody who remembers Krishna at the time of death, he at once attains my nature. There is no doubt about it. We also know about Ajamil's pastime, how he was bewildered, and then nobody can escape death. At the end of the day, death may come anytime. Say, for example, devotee, Maharaj Parikshit met Sukadev Goswami just a week before his death, perplexed as to what to do, what should be done. Many sages also arrived, but they couldn't give him proper direction. Sukadev Goswami, however, gave him this direction as follows. My dear king, if you want to be fearless in meeting your death next week, then you must immediately begin the process of hearing and chanting and remembering the Lord. If you can hear, chant, and remember the Lord always, then he is sure to become fearless at the time of death. Death may come at any moment, but he would be fearless. Our Acharya Srila Prabhupada always says, chant Hare Krishna mantra without any stop. And even death may come at any moment. But if at that time, somehow or the other, you can utter Krishna or remember Krishna, as soon as you utter the name of Krishna, you remember Krishna's forms, pastimes, and qualities, and everything. So he wants us to chant 24 hours. Because what happens through that process is whenever that Shuddhanam is chanted, right? The name, Rupa, and form are revealed to that person. So he can just keep on enjoying to chant that name of the Lord. That Ruchi has come to him. But we do not feel as much attached to chanting. Therefore, it has to be checked. Therefore, we are given fixed number of rounds. Okay, at least do this. As a regulative principle, do this. But gradually, Srila Prabhupada wanted us to kind of increase it and automatically increase this, it should automatically come to us, and we should start seeing that name, form, and rupa at some stage. So this is what it is, dear devotees. I just wanted to go through this a little bit. Yeah, so with regards to Dhanvantari, of course, maybe there are some Puranic stories in Padma Puran and things like that. I did not make a reference, but I thought we will at least use the next half an hour or so discussing Narsimha Leela. This is what I wanted to do in today's class. There is so much. I didn't know which one to specifically talk about. Maybe, I mean, we can go through there are quite a few instances we like in the Narsim Leela. I mean, it's just impossible to go through everything, but I really want to make use of this time to go over some things from our Acharya Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. So that way, we have some take-home message, and we can also relish in a way that we have not relished before, right? So that's what I wanted to do for today's class. So let me try to open the first, dear devotees, just a minute. I don't know which one to talk about, but yeah, we will try. So, if you look at the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, it has come from the lotus mouth of Prahlad Maharaj. He says, "Oh, my dear Lord, you're not pleased just by taking the birth in the high family, or you're not pleased by different so material objects like wealth, name, fame, etc. You're only pleased by bhakti. And no matter whether he's taking birth in whatever family." He also said, if you do bhakti, he's better than a brahmana who's having the 12 qualities. So the Lord is pleased by bhakti and not by birth where you took. So you're like that Lord. You're only pleased by bhakti. Like that he's praying. And then in the end, he's saying, "My Lord, this form is a so ferocious form for many living entities. Even the great authorities also fear by this form. But I'm not having any fear of this form because I have only fear of one thing. And what is that one thing Prahlad Maharaj is having fear of? It is the fear of bad association, which takes me away from you. So this kind of bad association, that only I feel it's a real problem. That's why, my Lord, you always save me from this. So please give me your servitorship to me and sanction servitorship to me. This is what I want. I should always be your servant." So like this, Prahlad Maharaj is requesting. You understand, dear devotees? And what is this bad association? You may think, oh, he is having this guy is bad because he drinks alcohol. That is bad association. This person, he's having Sri Sangha. That person is whom I should not associate it with. These are all obvious examples. But when it comes to bad association, it can be just the internet too. We browse so many things and suddenly some ad comes. Then we may be distracted by it. We may get into bad association through internet. It's just not a living entity we are talking about here, devotees. It could be any form of distraction that takes your attention away from Krishna. It could also be association. Bad association could also be becoming greedy in wanting to do more material activities, more work. We think, yes, doing work is not any bad, but doing more than what you need to, right? At some point, you work more than 8 hours a day, not able to give attention to Krishna, then that is also bad association, isn't it? So this is what bad association means, dear devotees. And then the sloka, in the sloka, now Nashim Bhagwan is asking Prahlad Maharaj, by becoming my servant and by serving my lotus feet, what will you get? You accept the wealth of your father. He is the king of all these three worlds. And now he is dead. Now you are the next owner for his wealth. You're the proprietor of this. You should accept the pleasure of your wealth. Hiranyakashipu has so much. What is the use of becoming my servant? Narasimha Bhawan is asking Prahlad Maharaj, what is the use of serving my lotus feet? What are you going to get? See, instead accept the wealth of your father. He's the king of all three worlds. And everybody was under his control. Young boys, you're a young boy, Prahlad. You should take this wealth and be happy now. Young boys should not do devotion. It's not time for your devotion. We all say that, right? Oh, why at this early age you're interested in spiritual books? If somebody is studying Bhagavad Gita or any other spiritual books, immediately elder people in the house, oh, why are you studying all these things? You have to focus on your career. Make your career. Career is very important. And then after you settle in your career, then you can do all these things. You enter into family life, enjoy and everything. Then you go and say, yeah, you go to Lord and you can pray nicely. You should keep it for the last part of your stage and not start delving into spiritual books at such a young age. And you understand, right? Grandfathers, neighbors, everybody, they actually give us this advice. People in the society, they think the real spirituality should start only at the end of life, when all the senses, body, everything is weak, everything is finished. And what kind of service can we do to the Lord? Even that's the same attitude we'll actually have. For Lord's sake, sometimes we take cheap things to the temple. Cheap things meaning whatever you want to, I don't know. But we have to do what is best. Give Lord the best. Again, when we talk about these material things, everything belongs to the Lord. There is nothing to give him. But when we think about us, what form of gift we give to the Lord when we go to the temple, we should understand what quality we are giving their devotees. That shows our heart. That shows our affection for Lord Krishna. Or we'll think, yeah, Krishna, he may or may not accept, so I can give him whatever we want. Right? No, that's not the mentality we should have. Anyways, so the best offering is something that we should always go for. And so, like this, Narasimha Bhagavan is sarcastically asking, see, hey, you're a young boy. Why do you have to worship me? Enjoy your father's wealth, enjoy his opulence. Anyone in the whole world, would want to have Hiranyakashipu's wealth and Hiranyakashipu's opulence. So, like that, he's sarcastically saying, just go and enjoy. Then Prahlad Maharaj, see, this is how our acharyas are just putting a Purva Pakshi question as an opponent. See, the Purva Pakshis are going to question like this, question Prahlad Maharaj like this. So then Prahlad Maharaj, what is his response? Our acharyas are telling. Again, this is all commentary from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Okay. So then Prahlad Maharaj is so intelligent. Even as a little boy, he has a lot of intelligence. Actually, he knows, you know that the mercy of the devotion, when we do devotion, um, our intelligence is clean. Our buddhi will be clean. Why is the buddhi unclean? The reason is because anarthas. When we have anarthas, then obviously we will have a crooked mentality. But when we get the blessings of the pure devotees, then automatically everything is going to work the right way. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying wonderfully for this. What is saying? My Lord, the reality of this material world is that we all get lamentation. Why do we get lamentation? If we get the things we don't like, if we lose the things which we like, then we get lamentation. That is soka. These two are the reason or the cause of lamentation for this world. When we are lamenting for missing the liking things, and when we are getting those things that we do not like, someone, say for example, so someone is thinking of a kind of wife I want. See, this type of wife is how I want her. I want her to be like this. But he got the opposite character. Then he starts lamenting, oh my God, this is not the kind of wife I wanted. And Prahlad Maharaj is saying, the reason for us to lament is because we are not getting what we like. And we are getting what we do not like. Even if I become the king, I have to face lamentation. I have to face the soka. So how can you say I will not be away from this? Because the whole material world is filled with lamentation. Any position you take, be it the king's position or be it the servant's position in this material world, any position, can you guarantee me that there will be no lamentation? This lamentation is existing, obviously. That is why, my lord, even if I become a king after my father's death, what is the use? There will always be soka. To this, our Nashing Bhagavan is saying, see, you are able to understand this, right? There is a question and answer session between Prahlad Maharaj and Nashing Bhagavan. And now our Nashing Bhagavan is saying, oh, there is lamentation. Okay, then if there is lamentation, then you go through a remedial process. Rectify that lamentation with the solutions and then be happy with it, my dear kid. Right? So now, even if we say the same arguments, right? Say, hey, my dear boy, see, why are you running away from these miseries? Obviously, miseries are there, and that is life. Nashing Bhavan is obviously sarcastically telling Prahlad Maharaj, there are so many solutions to these material miseries. So you find the solutions to these material miseries and enjoy life. Why do you have to take shelter to my lotus feet? What is the reason? Why do you have to serve my lotus feet? Then Prahlad Maharaj is saying, oh my Lord, even the solutions to these material, the solutions that you propose for these miseries, they are also miserable. That means the remedial process that you are talking about for the miseries, that is also miserable. Are you all able to understand the flow? As an example, he's telling, actually in this material world, for a hot summer season, what we find the solution is AC, right? It's just an example, dear devotees. It's not anything to do with the subject matter, but it is the solution for a hot summer season, AC. But we find in the AC, it's going to give you some temporary feeling of coldness. Another effect is it is polluting the nature. The chlorofluorocarbons gets released, and then the rays which are coming out of this are ultraviolet rays, and then they heat up your body, and because of that, you may get cancer. Again, I'm just trying to contrast. So the solution for heat, you found an AC equipment, but the AC would give you another pain. That's what it is. Say, for example, another one. For cooking, you needed someone. So you wanted some wife. So you found her to clean your clothes, cook whatever you wanted, and you found a solution. Okay. But when you look at that wife, she has great demands. That gives you more pain than pleasure. Whatever pain you got by cooking alone, you get 10 times more pain because of your wife's ego, because she wants so many things and she's greedy. So now you may ask, that means so you're trying and adjusting in this material world. This is what we are doing, right? And they are all giving dukkam only at the end of the day. So Prahlad Maharaj is giving a very, very nice response to this. Actually, the solution is miserable, but they are thinking that the solution is not miserable. A pig, he is eating the stool and thinking, I'm just enjoying my life. And it keeps roaming with our female companions and having intercourse with them and thinking it's a nice life. So in this material world, people think that these material miseries can be fought, and that fighting is pleasure. They are thinking that fighting is pleasure, and also the solution is blissful or happiness. We are thinking it's not painful, but actually it's painful. This material world is like that only. So that is why, my Lord, these solutions are also very, very miserable. But people are foolish. They are thinking there is so much pleasure. But that's actually their foolishness. And the Lord is like, very nice, Prahlad. Very nice. He's telling, Lord, I don't want my father's wealth. I don't want to be a king. I just want to be a servant of your lotus feet. That's all. Please tell me a solution for this. Please give me a path for this. I'm just begging you, my Lord. So like that, he's saying, I just want servitorship to your lotus feet. I don't want anything. So this is how he's praying. So, from the realizations of the great souls and their words, we should try to understand what is the reality of this material world. Okay, dear devotees, we should develop faith on their words. We should try to meditate on that. They have already done everything for us. All we have to do is just follow in their footpath. That's all. Everything is figured out. Okay, this material world is dukalayam ashashvatam. You're not going to understand. Okay, try. See problem after problem, solution after solution, figure out. Even the solutions are miserable. But it's already told. Yes, this material world is dukalayam ashashvatam. Prahlad Maharaj is already told here. The solutions that you are proposing to the problems that is there, they are also miserable. Nothing in this material world is free from soka. So that's why I want to surrender onto your lotus feet. This word should be kept into our heart, right? From the realizations of these great souls and their words, we should try to understand what is the reality of this material world. We should just develop more and more faith on these words. For that to happen, we have to continuously hear Bhagavatam. What is Srila Prabhupada telling us? What are our acharyas telling us? Each and every line, there is a different dimension with which our acharyas clarify. This is the meaning. This is the meaning. So that's why we can take it in 1 or 2 classes. It's not going to happen. That's why constant hearing is necessary. We should try to meditate on that and try to accept that. But in reality, we are not able to accept it. That is the main problem. We are hearing from 1 year, leaving in another year because we have no faith on it. That's the main problem. Our life is so nice. We think, yes, it's so beautiful. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, whoever is thinking like that, their life is so nice, then he's a pig. He's eating the stool thinking he's happy. If someone says, I'm happy in this material world, he's not seeing the things as it is. After hearing this, Narsingh Bhagwan, now such an interesting dialogue, dear devotees. We have to relish our Acharya's purports. It's a question of time, to relish the purports of our Acharyas, understand it, and then remember it. With you getting attached to the purports of our Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada, our remembrance is going to increase. This is what will ultimately happen. If you get attached to something, your remembrance is going to increase in that. So after hearing this, Narsingh Bhagavan is asking this question, even if you become a servant, since you're in this material world, there will be material problems. Then for that, you have to find solutions for these material problems. How can you escape? How can you escape these material problems? You have to find solutions to these material problems. So sometimes people say, now that if you become the servant of the Lord and even you do bhakti, then how your belly is going to be filled? You need money, isn't it? Narsingh Bhagwan is asking the same question to Prahlad Maharaj. What is your reply? Tell me, Prahlad. Now he's checking the strength and faith of Prahlad Maharaj. If is he having faith on bhakti? Then what is the reply of Prahlad Maharaj? Is he scared? No. He's boldly declaring. He's saying wonderfully, my Lord, I am your unflinching devotee. My faith in you is unflinching. It is not deviating because it's all my Guru Maharaj's mercy. I am the servant of Sri Narada and I am known in this whole world as the servant of a great devotee, Sri Narada. And this is how I am known to this world. And this Prahlad, who's the servant of Narada, is Ananya Bhakta. Like others, I'm not going to take shelter of karma, jnana, and so on and so forth. Even any problems are coming in my life, I want to put faith on these other means, like karma and jnana. So this is the faith of an Ananya Bhakta. When anyone asks you the question, even if you become a devotee, but for running your belly or just to promote your family or take care of your family, can you do away with karma? You have to do your karma, right? Can you just get away without doing karma? If anybody asks us this question, can we just get away from karma? Our answer would be no, I have to do karma to take care of my family. But when it comes to a pure devotee, Krishna will take care of me and my family. I don't have to do anything. All I want to do is just chant and relish the holy names of the Lord and enjoy Kirtan. Just serve Krishna. He will take care of me. This is the faith. That pure devotion is Anya Bilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadhyana Vratam Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Ruttama. This is different, dear devotees. The mindset that they have is completely different. Right? Ananya Bhakta. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Pahamyaham. Krishna is declaring, if anyone is doing unflinching, unalloyed devotion unto me, I am going to take full responsibility and maintenance of my devotee's body. And personally, I will take care. The problem is, who has such a faith? That's why we want those things. Right? Like Prahlad Maharaj replies, Ananya Bhakta, I don't have faith on karma, jnana, yoga, sankhya, and so on. Lord asked me this question very tactfully. You have to find a means to remove the dukkha in this material world. Even if you become my servant, you find the solutions other than bhakti or depending other than bhakti, that is karma and jnana. So that is karma bhishra bhakti. That's not Ananya Bhakti. If you are ready to take only support of the Lord, are you ready to leave any other support apart from that of the Lord? Then it's Ananya Bhakti. Constantly remembering Krishna. Nothing. Constantly remembering. How can we do that? Only when we have attachment to Krishna, nothing else. So, the story ends with the here again. What we are talking about here is Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "I'm an Ananya Bhakta. Then why will I have to search other means, my Lord? Why will I have to run behind other means? No, I don't want to go for the other means. Like others, I don't want to depend on karma or jnana or my father's wealth. I want to fully surrender onto you. I want to hear all the time your sweet pastimes. And by this, I become transcendental by always glorifying you. Your glories are always transcendental. And that will make me transcendental. Then what's the point of getting the material misery and the solution for the material misery? What's the point of all this? I do always. So you're chanting and remembering the glories of the Lord. That way I become transcendental. In that case, what kind of material dukkha I can get and what kind of solution is needed if the problem is not there? If the problem itself is not there, when I just want to keep chanting your name and remembering your glories, what problem will I have? When there is no problem, what is the solution I'm looking for? Now, Lord, so this is a dialogue that's happening, right? Now it's Lord's turn. Oh, wow. You don't depend on others? You want to chant the names of my names all the time? Wow, good boy you are. But Prahlad, we are seeing even in the case of transcendental devotees, there are material diseases, material miseries. What about those? Are you able to understand my point? Okay, you're saying you just keep on chanting my name. I don't have any material problems. Then if I don't have material problems, what's the point of having to think about material solutions to it? I won't have any of these. But our Lord is bringing up this good point. Oh, even my transcendental devotees, they are also seeing some material miseries, like they get some material disease. What about those? How are you going to tackle it? See, even you say become transcendental to the material modes, there is no material dukkam, there is no material solution, there is no need of material solution. That's what you're saying. But we are seeing even in the transcendental devotee's case, there is pain. You are telling you don't want to depend on other means. You want to just chant my names all the time. You're a good boy, Prahlad. I understand you're a good boy. But even in the case of transcendental devotees, we are seeing material miseries. What about that? We are seeing they are having some disease. So what about those? Even that, you're saying you'll become transcendental to the material modes. So there is no material dukkha and there is no solution for that. What about that? I'm just not able to understand, Prahlad, how you're going to, even if you become a transcendental devotee, you have to go through material pain. Can you give me an answer for that? Then our Prahlad Maharaj, he's humbly saying, my Lord, that's why I'm saying to you, you give me all the time and association of your devotees. You give me all the time and association of your devotees. That means the ones who are dear to you, dear to everyone, these devotees are so magnanimous. No one is equal to those devotees. They are so kind, they are so helpful. They will always engage me in hearing your pastimes. And you know what? Because of their association and by hearing those pastimes in their association, I am going to surpass that material dukkam, whatever be it. Very easily. I can quickly surpass that. That's not a problem at all. That's why I'm seeking for your association of devotees, my dear Lord. See how he's nicely saying, isn't it? So, again, dear devotees, so devotees are always friends of other devotees. We're all Dasi Bhaktas. And, with regards to the association, when we are in the association, that mood will be totally different than when we are alone. Everyone's attitude. See, say, for example, I'm relishing this pastime because of your association, dear devotees. If not for you, will I get that enthusiasm to talk, nourishing a pastime as much I'm alone? No. So everyone's uh, association matters. It could be bad or good, but depending on what association we are in, that changes our life, isn't it? So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, I will hear your pastimes from the devotees, and this way I will surpass the dukkha very, very nicely, easily. And we know Prahlad Maharaj, he is a disciple of Narada Muni. Again, Narada Muni to Vyasadev, Vyasadev to Madhvacharya. So Prahlad Maharaj, senior devotees are, we know where he's coming from. And so Prahlad Maharaj is responding like this. So, my Lord, that's why, my Lord, please give your servitorship to your lotus feet. You give me this chance. Even this material world has material problems, and the solutions that is being proposed, they are also leading to miseries. The solutions for the miseries are not going to be successful without you. So, what he's saying is, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, so we have so many children and they are protected by parents. And all the children are protected. Are they all protected? No, right? In spite of having parents, children still are not protected. Then how do we see parents as the protectors? He's bringing up this point. And one more example he's giving, in spite of having medicine for the disease, even after taking the medicine, a lot of people are dying. That means medicine is not the real shelter for the diseased people. And for children, even the parents are there, but still children are dying. Children are sometimes not protected. Parents are not able to protect. That means Lord's will is there. Lord's will is playing a role, isn't it? When we are seeing in some cases parents are able to protect, and in some cases we are seeing diseased people are taking medicine, they are getting cured. That means the Lord's will is there. That's why the medicine is working. The Lord's will is there. That's why the parents are able to protect their children. He gives this example, and then he's telling, if there is no will of yours, then nothing is going to be successful. That's why I have to take shelter in those kind of solutions. I should do the direct service to you. That is the best. That's how he's substantiating the point that you should see that there is, that's how he's substantiating the point that, Lord, in everything, your will is only there. In anything, if somebody gets cured, somebody takes a medicine, he gets cured, your will is there. If somebody is protected by their parents, your will is there. If there is no will of yours, then they are not successful at all. Then why I should take shelter of other solutions? I should just do direct devotion to you, and I know that is the best. See how he is coming to his derivation. He's not just simply saying, yeah, this is what it is. No, he's giving us an understanding of why he thinks he should take Lord's shelter and not any other shelter, because nothing else is going to protect you, but you are the ultimate protector. If your will is there, everything is successful. And that's why I cannot go but you. Whoever is neglected, The Lord, so my Lord, that's why whoever is neglected by you, it's not going to work out for them. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, whoever is getting the protection from the medicine or from the parents or from a boat, it's just your form only. Those are all your form. All those are your form only. That means the boat is protecting that person who's drowning in the ocean. That boat is also Lord's form. Parents who are protecting, they're also Lord's form. The medicine which is protecting, that's also Lord's form. Because everything he says is Lord's energy. Everything in this material world is Lord's energy. And whatever solutions you can find, you are just feeling hungry. You are eating food. Food is Lord's energy only. Energy is not different from the energetic. That's why, again, that's what he's saying. Every medicine is also the energy of the Lord. It's not different from the Lord. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is saying what he's saying. Um, uh, Ultimately, he's saying, whole world, whatever solutions we find for the measure to probably solve or resolve a particular problem, it's all the solutions is your form only, because it's all the energy of the Lord, and energy is not different from the energetic. That's how he puts it. That means everything, it's all your form, Lord. And that's why, my Lord, you're being different from this. He's saying everything is your form, but also you're different from this. I also understand that. I also understand there is Shakti is different from Shaktiman. I understand that also. Energy and energetic, both are having, I understand the point, Abeda and Veda. There is Abeda in the relationship, that means they are non-different, and Shakti is non-different from Shaktiman. So that's why you're different. That's why you're also different from all this. That means you are transcendental, and the whole world is out of the three modes, that is Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. That means you're producing the energy, and you're the producer of this energy. So he's able to differentiate. Yes, he's also the same. He's also the different. How he's different. And he's kind of giving us the explanation. And he's saying, for everything, Lord, you are the origin. I have this problem. So maybe Lord will take care of it or not. And why I have to depend on the Lord? No, I don't have to depend on the Lord. Is that what we go with? He puts us this question. Everything. That's why you're the essence of the teachings. Every devotee who's a pure devotee, he prays on the platform of pure devotion. And ultimately, what Prahlad Maharaj is saying is, my dear devotees, why are you stuck in this material world? Why are you not taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord? Why are you trying to find solutions, other solutions for your problems? All the solutions are nothing but Lord's external energy only. And if they are the Lord's external energy, why don't you find or worship Him directly? Why do you want to worship the external energy and take shelter of the external energy? This was the question he puts forward. Next, after that, Nashim Bhavan is asking one question. Prahlad, this material world is that means, so we find this material world, so everything is my external energy. You made that point, and that means material world is my energy. It's not, and but it's my form. You think everything is in my form. Good, you are saying that everything is my form only. If everything is my form, that means material miseries, till now, whatever you are saying, the material world is miserable, material world is my form. That means miseries are also nothing but my form only, right? Are you able to understand, dear devotees? He's saying, okay, if you say everything is my external energy and you say everything is my form, then what about these miseries? The miseries are also my form only, na? Then why you want to be away from the samsara if it's my form? You take your father's wealth, which is nothing but my form. The whole material world is my form. Then worship it and enjoy it. Why don't you do that? So Prahlad Maharaj, for this, he's saying, here Maya. He's talking about Bhagirang Shakti, external potency. The material world is out of your external potency. And then he talks about mind, false ego, chitta, and buddhi. And he points out this Maya Shakti is external potency. And he's just saying that it's a covering of the living entity. That means, my Lord, because of your external energy, Jivatma is getting this upadhi, that Jivatma is being covered by this Maya, that is avidya, and he's falsely having attachment for these material objects. But you are different. You are not like this Jivatma. And then he talks about what is the difference between Lord and Jivatma. So in this way, beautifully, Prahlad Maharaj is intelligently answering all the questions of Narsingadev. And finally, he wants to dedicate his life to the lotus feet of Krishna. I know I went to 2 minutes already, but I want to stop here, dear devotees, for just based on the time constraint that we have. But I was really enjoying this class in talking about the discussion that happened between Prahlad Maharaj and Nashing Bhagwan. And I really, really thank this forum for giving me this opportunity on this special day. I was thinking, oh my God, today is Nashing Chaturdasi. Will I have energy to talk about the Lord? And, because usually when we have these days, it's a fasting day and not much energy comes out of you. I was praying if I could do justice. But I think Lord's mercy, we did complete the class, and I feel really grateful. All glories to Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees, for giving me this opportunity once again. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sandubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnava vrind ki jai. Namacharya Srila Prabhupada. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhakta vrind ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for this nice class. You took us to the other extreme. Usually people will go directly, Narasimhadev killing Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj pacifying him and blah, blah, blah. But you took the essence out of it, and you taught us so much. You gave us this insight. Yes, why would we go for things that is temporary? Why don't go for the permanent? So I will not take much time. I will, if there is no questions or comments on the forum, I will ask Partha Prema Prabhuji if he can end the session for today, please.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Thank you very much, Mataji. So we are so grateful today of the Mataji's nectarian class about the Narasimhadev Bhagavan, also as usual, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the Anantari Avatar, the Anantari incarnation. So today you are celebrating, they are in US, but tomorrow we will celebrate here in Kenya. So it is good. Nice. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow there is no class because everyone is busy here and even Nairobi, everyone. So tomorrow we can postpone, and after tomorrow we'll resume the class again, this class. So thank you very much. Prahlad Maharaj's 7th canto is full of these glories of Narasimhadev. Also, Prahlad Maharaj's teachings also is schoolmates, the demonic friends, how he's teaching also, that is also very nice. And also after his Prahlad Maharaj praying, like you are just talking about, after he killed his, Narasimhadev killed his father, then he just pray. What is this beautiful prayers are there? So Krishna gave, Lord Vishnu giving the one by one, like oh, you take this one, you take this one. If you are not satisfied, take this one. But devotee have the so much clever by the mercy of Krishna. They so much clever, but they want for the best one, not for the temporary benefits or temporary things. Yeah, the best one, the ultimate goal, because that's, we have that one. So thank you very much, Mataji, for your class. I hope all the forums here joined, they knows about this is the first times of Narasimhadev, but it is better we can listen more and more. So that is best for our devotional progress. So thank you very much, Mataji, for your class. Also, thanks everyone for joining here in this forum. I request everyone, please unmute yourself and chant Hare Krishna mantra for glorification of Hare Krishna Radhika Kasturi Mataji. Please join everyone.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
Rupyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय,
Jai Srila
विभूति
Prabhupada.
वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अजूरत यात्रा की जय, हर ग्रेस राधिका कश्मीर माता जी की जय.
All
हरे
glories to the assembled
Thank you.
devotees. All glories to
Okay,
Srila Prabhupada
okay.
and Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Happy
Hare
nourishing day to everyone
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Enjoy the
Thank you.
celebration.
Krishna.
See you all
Hare
next week. Thank you.
Krishna.
Bye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.